In terms of abhorrence, these anime are going for gold. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst anime of 2018 so far. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at the worst anime to come out of the first half of 2018 and ranking them on how much they made us hate the medium. Let the otaku rage commence.
Who the hell is in Galoon?
Who the hell did you say?
Number 10, Junji Ito Collection.
Are you prepared to witness true horror?
The man is an absolute mastermind when it comes to creating pure nightmare fuel. We dare you to look at the likes of Uzumaki and not feel your soul turn to ice. Admittedly, the idea of his works being adapted into an anthology of animated horror sounds like a great idea, until you realise that they committed the direst of cardinal sins. They forgot to make it scary.
I know who you are! You're the monster who burned my face!
Thanks to lackluster animation and poor pacing, the series just wears Ito's work like a flesh suit without living up to the genius of the source material. Shame on you, Studio Dean. Number 9, Sword Gai The Animation. You really shit the bed with this one, Netflix. In what promised to be a slick, stylish, and savage symphony of swords, we ended up getting a nonsensical series of vignettes about cardboard characters dealing with demonic swords. With a bland lead, forgettable side characters, and a premise that thinks it's the cleverest thing in the room, fans who were hoping for a thriller action fest will be left seriously disappointed. It might be easier learning how to craft your katana than to try to make sense of all these pathetically thought out storylines. Number 8, Beatless. Imagine if Chobits decided to take itself way too seriously. That's pretty much what you're getting here. In a future filled with personalized humanoid robots known as HEIs, the one nice guy in the entire city finds himself coming into possession of an advanced model. And just like that, we have our generic human-robot love story. Unfortunately, we've seen this kind of series done a million times before, and a million times better. Not even last year's cuteness can save it from being generic and underwhelming. Number 7, Basilisk, The Ouka Ninja Scrolls. The original Basilisk may have not been to everyone's tastes, but it certainly had a lot of things going for it. What does this sequel bring to the table? A plot which pales in comparison to the original in every way, making you wonder why they even bothered.
Stare deep into my very soul. With every fiber of my being, I'll return the emotions that your eyes communicate.
And let's not mention the characters, who are a far cry from the awesomeness that was Genosuke and Oboro, and just so happen to be siblings that are destined to bump hips.
Even when that requires a brother to bed his sister.
You should know better than to ask.
Screw that. Come on. Number 6, Butlers Battlers. Handsome students who happen to be part-time butlers engaging in supernatural battles with one another while getting into all manner of slapstick. Does such a weird melting pot of genres and ideas end up working? Let's say this particular cup of tea is cold and rather unrefined. The premise ends up working against itself, unable to truly balance the fights and comedic tones successfully.
新鮮な空気って素晴らしい。さあ、もっと私の中へ酸素を。そして美しき花々から発せられる至極のフレグランスを。
Don't expect to get any laughs out of this one, just a bunch of pretty boys going on and on about their supposed arch enemy while trying to look sexy for the camera.
どういうこと？これが真実だ。嘘偽りのない。俺がこの世界にいる理由だ。
Number 5, Dances with the Dragons.
A black dragon. Looks like an 900-year class, an altar.
Ah yes, the anime that's trying its hardest to make you long for the days of Sword Art Online.
You had to make sure you were the last one standing, huh?
If I was weak enough to fall before you do, I'd kill myself.
While portraying itself as a fantasy that demands your attention, all its world building manages to accomplish is make us want to slap it across the face and tell it to take it down a notch.
Release me!
Focusing on two Bishonen heroes with ludicrous weapons hunting down dragons is copy and paste enough, but the fact that they want us to take a lead character called Jujina Jed Dog Melios Ashley Buff seriously is a bridge too far.
Also, you shouldn't have a family. You'd be a terrible father.
Number 4, Märchen Mädchen. Until something worse comes along, this might just take the crown for most uninspired series of the year.
部活には入ったのか?
It's got it all. A shy girl that connects with books more than people, a bully/obvious love interest, a magical world where said shy girl discovers she has special magical powers, a tournament arc, random fan service galore, and the power of bloody friendship. Throw in animation quality that is exceptionally close to reaching the bottom of the barrel, and voila! You have this train wreck of a magical girl series. Number 3, Cutie Honey Universe. Devilman Crybaby proved that Go Nagai's work can still resonate with audiences to this very day. As such, a fresh addition to his light-hearted, sensual classic series was more than welcome. After all, there are so many directions it could take, so many undertones that could be brought to life. Alas, none of that comes to pass, as all we get is a disappointing and uninspired remake that just churns out the fanservice without any charm to go with it. If you want to see Honey at her best, load up an episode of Cutie Honey and stay far away from this. Number 2, Hakyu Hoshin Engi.
それを思うとつい眠ってしまうのです。
We're not sure who hated this show more, fans of the original manga who had to watch in horror as their beloved source material was reduced to garbage, or newcomers who unwisely decided to give it a watch, only to discover it was the death of coherent storytelling. The pacing on the show is astronomically poor, rushed to the point where we have no idea what's going on, who's who, and why we should care in the first place. Make sure you have a wiki page open for reference before tackling this one. Number 1, Fist of the Blue Sky Regenesis. What in the name of Hokuto Shinken happened here? Where does one even begin with this travesty? Even if you ignore the fact that this show is dragging Kenshiro's legacy through the mud, by itself Regenesis is an utter failure of an anime. The CGI is atrocious, the character models are so out of proportion it's almost an eyesore, and the plot is a slog to get through. Which is kind of amazing given it centers around a walking behemoth that can kill people with a poke. Maybe one day Kenshiro Kazumi will get the anime he deserves, but this certainly isn't it.
このホラーに涙がまだ残っていたのか。
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.